Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Battlegrounded with Martin on this beautiful foggy day here in Erangel. Today I'm going to take you to an area famed for people going there just to get into a fight at the beginning. It's full of bloodshed, war, battles, all types of nonsense. It is prison. Interestingly, when they labelled the map they called it prison because I think informally it was being called crater by most people before that. So I'm going to have to go as quick as I can because it's going to be a really hot zone, but let's see how this goes. So here I am on top of this building in the prison area. You'll notice immediately, if you watch my first video, that this is a copy of the same building that appears on in the police station up in Yasnaya Poliana up here. I think it's a really cool building. There's lots of really good loot spots, and I just wanted to land on it first. Partly because I've actually sort of conditioned myself to automatically land on this type of building, but also because, I don't know, I think it's an interesting one. Now, as you come out into the area proper, there's lots of fighting going on, and there are a bunch of warehouses, which brings me to an interesting thing about this area. I don't think it's actually that loot rich. These warehouses do have a measure of stuff in them usually, but they're not too busy. You know, compared to all the other areas which are known hot zones like the school, which has, you know, loads and loads of spawn points, loads and loads of different areas you can pick up loot. This place, you've only really got, you know, these warehouses, the police station up the top, and then another building up the top, which is just a standard residential area. Oh, this is going to go so badly for me, I can just tell. There's, you know, obviously there's another house here. Let's have a little look inside here, because I think it's interesting this one's here. If we consider that this is supposed to be a prison, or is labelled as a prison, then this would presumably be the governor's house. Oh, interesting, there's car 98 in here. Someone's going to enjoy that in a little bit. But, you know, not for me. So, you know, it's a nice, maybe a staff house instead. The governor's house could be up the top. Okay, I'm being shot at, so let's just get away from that whole nonsense. They're not very good shots, so I suppose I'm okay. I think one of the really interesting things about this area is that it has only really one entrance and exit when you're down there, and it has all the cliffs up around the outside, which are interesting. Please don't shoot me. Oh, please stop. I just want to hang out and make a little video, and you want to stop trying to kill me with your gun. And those cliffs make for really, really interesting spots when the circle closes up here, because you'll get people who will come in here and try and take a building and hang out, but these warehouses in particular, they have holes in the roof, so it is possible at certain angles to snipe from the rock up there, informally known as Pride Rock, because it looks a little bit like the thing from The Lion King. I tell you what, let's head up there, because I'm less likely to get shot in the face if I'm up there. I cannot believe I've survived so long. Incredible. Thank goodness everyone who survived was a really bad shot. So you've got this whole rocky area, which is amazing to play around in because it's just like waves of little bits of cover and little outcroppings, areas you can sort of hide in. It's the kind of place which is fascinating when the circle gets really heavy, because you could lie down on your belly down here and people can't see you up there. As you push up this hill, you're essentially constantly unfolding new areas where someone could be hiding. There's really no safe spot, which I think is a really interesting thing. You get that in cliffs all over this island, but I think it's really pronounced up here, because at almost every spot along there, you've got a good shot over there, you've got a good shot across the bowl of the crater. This is, obviously it doesn't play so well in the foggy map, but when it's clear, you can shoot clean across. But you're also having people potentially sneaking up on you from behind. Your back is never really clear. Even if you've got your back to the cliff, then people can shoot you from below potentially. It's a risky area, you know. Someone coming up who decides to sneak up, who you can walk very slowly. You can crouch and go this slow, which will make your footsteps almost inaudible. Even if someone decides to do that, to sneak up the hill, or is, you know, crawling up on their belly, you'll never hear them coming, and they'll just get right up on you, and you'll be dead before you know it. Which I think is interesting design. You know, I think it sums up something that you see a lot in this game, which is areas which are tactically a complete pain in the arse. There's no other way to put it. There are very few areas that you could consider, you know, this is perfect. There are better areas and worse areas. Like it's bad to be stuck outside. Wow, am I? Oh, I appear to have broken it. Interesting. Wow, this is a first for this. I can't seem to get out of this spot. Okay, there we go. Good. So that's another thing about a map as complicated as this. Obviously, you're always going to get weird little spots in geometry which you get stuck in. I constantly see people complaining about that online, saying, "Oh, I got stuck here," or "I drove at a weird angle and it flipped my vehicle up into the air." I understand the frustration, but I don't know. I think that's a fun thing. Like, you're playing video games. The physics is always going to be a little bit broken. And I think discovering something like that is kind of fun, actually. It can ruin a good run, but this is a game world first and foremost. This is a big simulated environment for you to run around inside and goof around in. Of course, sometimes you're going to find the breaks and the edge cases and the stuff which the developer did not fully plan for. So this is kind of the cliffs around Crater. I didn't expect to be able to get this far through this video. Still a lot of fighting down there. I suppose, you know, as I mentioned before, because there's only one in and out, which is through the front, then it tends to become one of those areas where you have a lot of fighting at the start. Oh, wow, I wonder if they spotted me. I guess not. Oh, there's someone. Okay, let's take it easy here for a moment. I wonder if I can sneak up on them. See, if I can demonstrate the thing I was talking about before, and sneaking up on people, I think that would be really fun. So let's just give that a shot. See, I just want to run up and maybe tap this guy in the back of the head and see what type of reaction I get. Because I don't think that they know that I'm here. Or maybe they can hear my voice chat and they're gonna shoot me in the head when I come down here. Anyway, I think it's cool to have areas where there's only really one entrance and exit. As I spoke about before with the bridges, they're funnels. In a big open map, there are areas which funnel people. But he has not spotted me at all. He's not in a fight with someone else. Getting into trouble. Oh, someone up there. Let's see. I'm really glad I'm getting to witness this, because you're seeing the map in action. You're seeing how the different levels of play kind of interact with each other, and how fog complicates things, and good tactical positioning is important. For that person to get up there where they've got a good vantage point, they've had to run up this big exposed staircase. Also, fog makes it difficult because fog actually means that your outline up in the air is much more visible. So you get... I've heard people say that actually being low to the ground is much better than being high up. Normally, just let that pass. Normally being high up gives you the advantage because you've got better cover, you can sort of look around much easier. But in this game, that's just not the case when it's foggy, because I can look up and you're so clearly silhouetted against the white fog up in the sky. I'm wondering if this person will be able to hear me. Anyway, it's super interesting, and I think it's a really fun example of why this game's interesting. And one of the things I really love about this game in particular. Just complicated map mechanics interacting in interesting ways. So let's sneak through here and see what's going on. This is where I came by before. Obviously, you can hear there's a fight going on. Let's just see if I can get in close and see if there's anything interesting going on with this fight. Knowing there's still that person up there, so I have to watch my back. But it is very interesting. They might be in here, so I'm just going to try and creep around and see if I can spot them. Just keeping an eye out for people. Oh, did I see some movement? No, losing my mind. Okay. Wander on up. See if I can see them. They might be... Oh, hi. There's someone here. Hey, friend. Hi, friend. I'm doing a little video where I just sort of tour around and look at the architecture. I don't have any guns or weapons, so you can kill me if you like, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't. But, you know, it's fine.
I won't.
Cool, thanks, friend. I hope you have a good game. Best of luck.
Okay.
So, That was really nice. That was a really nice little interaction I had there. I really like this this area. Oh. I hope I didn't distract that person. Oh, okay, so the blue wall is coming in, so I'm probably going to get killed by that. I'm not going to try and run for the circle. Oh, you're still okay? I hope that worked out for you. I am not going to run for the circle. I'm just going to sort of wander around and see if that person's still up in the guard tower, see what's going on. I tell you what, let's see if I can find what happened up in here. Hey, are you still alive in there?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Good job. Keep it up. Did you did someone come in and fight with you? Did you get into a fight?
Yes.
I wonder if they heard me. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. You probably need to get gone. Oh god, it's still happening in there. Okay, let's get away from that. So, I think the amount of people I've encountered as I've wandered around in the crater really indicates how popular it is, or you know, the prison, I suppose, how popular it is as a zone to fight in, and I suppose the interesting tactical decisions you have to make when you decide to drop here. I would guess the person who went up in this tower must have done some looting fairly quickly and then run straight up there. I mean, admittedly, I managed to walk all the way up around the outside in that time, but still, you know, that's a really particular choice. I'm just going to wander up there and just take a little look. A mild thing I mentioned earlier about all the little glitches and strange bugs that you get in the geometry. Stairs in this game are notoriously temperamental. So not only do you have the trouble of being very exposed when you're up, when you're climbing them, sometimes they just decide to throw you off and you just die immediately. So that's a fun thing. I kind of hope they fix that one a little bit. But I'm also, you know, it's just a thing you have to learn when you play this game. Hey, stairs can really goof you up. I think that's kind of funny. So if you don't know about this game, then the blue wall will gradually deplete your health, and you have to get closer and closer into this circle area, which will get smaller and smaller over time, which forces players together and forces them to fight in interesting and different circumstances. Excuse me. Which, in this instance, has not done me well for recording this video, but that's okay. Since I'm going to die in just a minute or two, I figured I'd take a minute to say this is episode 7, and I'm really enjoying doing these. I want to record a bunch of them. It would be really helpful to me if you could leave a comment or subscribe to my channel, because I'd like to release this maybe 3 times a week. I can record them in a big batch and put them up as they go. I was thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, schedule them up and get them done. So if you could do that, that would be really, really nice. I'm just going to keep walking down this road until I fall over dead. And yeah, it's interesting. This is a nice little tree-lined boulevard as well, just outside of the prison, apparently. If it was a clear day, then I could show you there's a big empty grassy plain here, which would be a nice thing for me to look out on as I die outside of the play zone. This has been another episode of Battlegrounded with Martin. As I already said, it'd be super nice if you could tell your friends about this, because I'm enjoying doing it, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. I will see you next time.